April 20th, 2011, Estadio Mestalla. Real Madrid against the Barcelona team that had buried them 6 months earlier, 5-0 at the Camp Nou in front of the Barcelona fans. Pep Guardiola's machine had broken Madrid in public. Madrid's manager walks in with one idea, and it's the strangest team sheet of his career. He took the world's best winger, a Ballon d'Or winner in his prime, and used him in a way nobody had dared before. By the 103rd minute, that decision will win the trophy. And buried inside it, the next 10 years of football, nobody noticed. Remember who Cristiano Ronaldo was in 2010. He was a winger, not a striker, not a centre-forward. A winger, 6 years at Manchester United, 292 appearances, 118 goals, most of them scored, cutting in from the flank, not arriving in the middle. His 2007 to 2008 season was the proof. 42 goals across all competitions, the Ballon d'Or, the Champions League, the best year of his career to that point, all of it from the wing. 3 Premier League titles, 1 European Cup, 1 Ballon d'Or. Every honour built on the same idea. Touchline to penalty spot, drop the shoulder, finish. Madrid paid £80 million for that player, the fastest, most direct wide man on earth. Every pundit, every coach, every fan agreed on his role. Stick him on the flank. Let him terrorise fullbacks. Watch the goals fly in. Even his first Madrid season under Pellegrini followed the same script. Winger, winger, winger. That was the consensus. Mourinho didn't share it. November 29th, 2010. Camp Nou, Barcelona 5, Real Madrid 0. Mourinho's worst defeat as a manager, delivered as a public tactical lecture. Pep's Barca didn't beat Madrid. They passed through them. Xavi, Iniesta, Messi rotating, pulling defenders, finding the space behind. Ronaldo, parked on the left, barely touched the ball. Here's what Mourinho saw that nobody else did. Against a side that controls 2/3 of the ball, your best player on the touchline becomes a spectator. A winger needs possession to threaten, beat the fullback, whip in the cross. Against this Barcelona, you didn't have possession. You had it in 15-second bursts on the break before they took it back. So the question stopped being, how do we get Ronaldo more touches? It became, who arrives in the box during those 15 seconds? A winger has to travel 40 yards. A striker has to travel 5. Most managers walk out of a night like that and double down. Buy a destroyer, tighten the press, rebuild the spine. Mourinho did all of that. But he also did something else. He went home and started rethinking his most expensive player. The winger wasn't broken. The winger was the wrong question. That final wasn't a one-off. It was a blueprint. The next season, Mourinho built the entire attack around the idea. Higuain and Benzema rotated as the nominal 9, both clearing 20 La Liga goals on their own. But the real striker wore 7. Ronaldo started left on paper. In practice, he lived in the box. 46 La Liga goals in 38 appearances, 60 across all competitions. A 100-point, 121-goal title, the first century in Spanish history. The numbers don't just tell a story, they tell 2 different careers. 6 years at United on the wing, 118 goals, roughly 2 every 5 games. 1 season under Mourinho's new role, 60 in 55 games, more than a goal a match. The rate didn't double, it nearly tripled. April 21st, 2012, Camp Nou. Madrid go there to clinch the league. Khedira flicks on. Ozil slides a 40-yard pass through Mascherano and Puyol. And Ronaldo, central, not wide, finishes past Valdez. Calma, calma. The title sealed at the home of the team that had broken them. Watch that goal again. He's not a winger cutting in. He's a striker arriving. Mourinho had quietly redefined the position. The rest of us were still typing CR7LW into FIFA. Here's what makes it strange. Everyone could see the goals, nobody connected them to the role. By 2012, Ronaldo was scoring more headers and 6-yard box tap-ins than touchline cut-ins. The footage showed it, the shot location data showed it, but the language hadn't caught up. On Real Madrid's team sheet, on his FIFA player card, on the analyst graphics behind every pundit, the position next to his name still read the same, LW left winger. The Ballon d'Or debate cemented the framing. Year after year, Messi won. Year after year, the same shorthand. Messi the playmaker, the false 9, the genius. Ronaldo the winger, the athlete. When Ronaldo finally won the award back in 2013, he'd been functioning as a central forward for 2 full seasons. Nobody had a word for what he was now. In 2014, he won La Decima with 17 Champions League goals, a tournament record, most of them central runs, tap-ins, headers. The graphics still drew him cutting in from the left. Madrid's number 7 was a winger because everyone had already decided he was a winger. The pitch said something else. We weren't watching the pitch. Mourinho left Madrid in 2013, but the idea didn't leave with him. Ancelotti formalised what he'd started, and Madrid won La Decima the next season with Ronaldo central, scoring a tournament record 17 in a single Champions League run. Zidane took it further, 4 European Cups in 5 years, 450 goals in 438 games for the club, 4 more Ballon d'Ors at the Bernabeu. By the time Ronaldo arrived at Juventus in 2018, the wing was gone for good. 101 goals in 134 games, 2 Serie A titles, 2/3 of his minutes as a centre-forward, pure striker, pure penalty box predator. At Al Nassr with Portugal at 39, he wasn't running past anyone. He was finishing, and here's the part nobody puts together. While the football world spent a decade obsessing over Pep's revolution, the false nine, the high press, possession as philosophy, Mourinho had quietly built the counter-revolution out of a single team sheet. Not the false nine, its mirror image, a real 9 wearing a winger's number. Pep's idea redefined how teams keep the ball. Mourinho's idea redefined what your best player does the moment you win it back. The career arc pundits called a decline into a number 9 was actually a transition Mourinho had started 13 years earlier in Valencia against Pep, with 1 header in extra time. He didn't decline into a striker. He'd been one for over a decade. Nobody had given it a name. Mourinho's career has plenty of moments people argue about. The bus, the eye poke, the cones, the titles, the fallouts. Whole books written, whole reputations earned and burned. But maybe his most underrated move was the quietest one. No press conference, no tactical reveal, just 1 team sheet at the Mestalla and a header in the 103rd minute. He looked at the world's best winger and saw a striker, years before football noticed, years before the numbers proved him right. Coaching at its highest level isn't reacting to what's in front of you, it's seeing 6 moves ahead. Mourinho saw it. He told us, in his way, we just weren't listening.